low. Everything. What's up, suckers, and welcome back to Everything Courtney. I'm back in the kitchen, so y'all already know what time it is. It is time for Cooking with Courtney. That's right.
Nope.
It's October, the month of Halloween, spooky, goalings, ooh, all that good stuff. My favorite part about Halloween is all the cool stuff I get to eat. Food is still the motive. So today I thought, why not incorporate something more festive, also yet rewarding to you. So today I have my buddy old pal Spooky here, and we are making roasted pumpkin seeds. So I tried to give Spooky a makeover, you know, to make him look more stylish before he gotta go, but sorry Spook, your time has come to an end. Let's get started. Hello, Spooky. So now to begin the process of deseeding your lovely little Spooky, I think if you give your pumpkin a name, it actually kind of makes it harder to cut him open, because now I feel like he has a personality, and now I'm gonna, you know, gut him like a fish. But you know, life happens fast, and well, Spooky, we've had a good round. Okay. Oh my gosh, that is so dark. Anyways, we're gonna start by cutting around the stem of the pumpkin because it just seems easier to put your hand in there. I'm not actually gonna carve this particular pumpkin, but maybe I'll do that later. If you guys would like to see me carve a pumpkin on a later Cooking with Courtney segment, please let me know in the comment section, and I will be happy to do that for you. All right, now just to take the I don't know what kind of pumpkin this is. I didn't even take into consideration that there were various types of pumpkins until I was researching on different things I want to do with the pumpkin. So here's the inside, all hollow but seedy. The stem also has seeds connected to it, so make sure you get those off too. My next step is to put on a glove, because y'all know I'm not putting my hand up in here without a glove. I just couldn't even imagine. Not even for you, Spooky. Just taking all your seeds out, trying to leave as much gut out of it as possible, just so you know you have more seed than anything, because that's the point here. Every time I deseed a pumpkin, or whenever I'm like gutting a pumpkin for the holiday season, it reminds me of when I was a younger girl, and my grandfather, rest in peace, Papa, he was teaching me how to roast them, and he was roasting some at his house one day, and it just always, every time I do it, it just feels like a reminder of the wonderful times I had with him here, and all the fun we had roasting and like clowning around, you know, those memories that, you know, never go away but always leave a lasting impression. So thanks, Grandpa, this one's for you. All right, now I'm gonna just get, the spoon is supposed to like help you like scoop it out, but honestly I feel like my hand would do a better job. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just get this out. Okay, so I think I got all of the seeds out of Spooky. Look at Spooky, he's all hollowed and emptied out. I tried to get all that I could. I got, it's probably like 5 in here. I'm just, get off of me! Okay. Next up, while all of your seeds are in this bowl, you're going to pour some water on top of them to help separate the pumpkin from the pumpkin seeds. Wash that around until they're free, and then we're going to place our cleansed pumpkin seeds upon this towel. I wonder who was the first person to think, ooh, we should eat pumpkin seeds. Like, hey, here's a pumpkin, why don't we put the seeds in? Like, okay. So now that all of my seeds are rinsed off and basically clean and free of all pumpkin, I did the best I could, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a professional pumpkin deseeder, but they are pretty much free of pumpkin stuff. I set them on the towel to dry. Apparently, drying your pumpkin seeds on top of a paper towel isn't a good idea because they will dry and stick to your paper towel material. Now that the pumpkin seeds are situated, I'm going to transfer them into a pot and boil them in some salt water for extra added flavor. Now, it's not necessary nor required that you pre-boil your seeds in boiling salted water, but it is nice for the added flavor, which is why I'm going to do it. But if you have certain health restrictions or you're just trying to cut back on your salt intake, you can just skip this optional step and go straight to roasting them in the oven. So here's my pot. I'm going to just really hope they all make it in the pot. We're not wasting those. You, especially not y'all. Okay, so now my seeds are here. I'm gonna cover them with water and add a little bit of salt. I'm not gonna add a lot because I do want to be more conscious of my salt intake, and I don't want to overdo it because I am going to add other seasonings towards the end. So if you do this step, please be mindful of your salt intake here, because you will be seasoning them before they're roasted, and you don't want to add too much salt now and then add a lot of salt later, and then it's just a lot of salt. So just Courtney's cooking tip. So to boil your seeds, pour the water on top, add your dash of salt, let it come to a hard boil, and then turn it down and let it boil on medium for about 10 extra minutes, and then we're all good to go. Okay, so now the pumpkin seeds are all done boiling. Next, it's time to season them so they can get roasty. Spooky produced about a cup full of seeds, so I'm going to attempt to make 3 different flavored pumpkin seed batches. I'm going to measure out about 1/3 of pumpkin seeds for each recipe. My oven is already preheated at 325, and it's going to take them about 20 minutes to be roasted. So let's get started. So the first recipe I'm going to do is the traditional salt and pepper, just regular smegla degla roasted pumpkin seeds, because I feel like even if you do get a bunch of different flavor ones, you still want to enjoy like that original, like just salt and pepper. Gonna take a little bit of olive oil. I'm gonna use about a capful because it's just like 1/3 worth of pumpkin seeds in here. Stir that up really nicely. So instead of using regular salt, I'm going to use garlic salt because I do want the garlic flavor, and it already has salt in it. Get some pepper on these bad boys. Voila! Get that a good mixture. Get it evenly coated on both sides of your seeds. So these are ready to be roasted. Now the trick about pumpkin seeds is when you put them on a pan, they have to not touch each other. Like, they need enough room to be spread out and not on top of each other so they can roast evenly. And you know, you just want your seeds to have a fair chance of being cooked. Okay, that one looks great. Next, so for the next recipe, I'm gonna take out my 1/3 scoop of pumpkin seeds, and it's actually going to be a more spicy, spicy. I'm gonna start off with my cap full of olive oil and stir that around. I'm so excited to eat this. Ooh, I cannot wait. So I am gonna start off with the garlic salt again, just because I do love the garlic flavor. Now, cayenne pepper. Cooking tip, always be more considerate of those you're cooking for, not just yourself, because everyone's levels are different. Some people like more salt, some people like more sweet, some people like more spice, and you might not like any of it, but you just have to be more mindful if you're cooking for others. Also, chili powder. Now this is gonna be a very little bit, because that's gonna be spicy. And your tajin, it's not really so much spicy, but just like a tangy kick, you know? As people who should take better care of themselves, we should really look into the salt intake on each individual seasoning that we use, because it's a lot of salt, especially if it's like one of the first ingredients you see listed. It's probably more salt in there than you realize. And so it'll be something really nice to, like, you know, be a little more considerate of when seasoning your food, especially when you're making a meal. All right, there we have it. And for our last and final recipe is going to be a more sweet pumpkin seed. I love sweetness. Once again, I will start off with a very small amount of olive oil. And this time, instead of the salt, which it is a little bit left in the bowl, but that's okay, I'm going to add some cinnamon. Unfortunately, all out of nutmeg, and I would have used that in here as well, but I am going to add some pure vanilla extract in there. It's gonna smell so good when it starts roasting. Oh my goodness. It's gonna really smell like the holidays in here. Probably more like Thanksgiving and Christmas than Halloween, but that's okay. It still sets the mood. Since they are sweet and not salty, I'll put them in their own pan so they aren't mixed in together. Gonna lay these out even in here. Add a little bit more cinnamon just for added flavor. And then we're gonna let those roast as well. And the best part about the sweet pumpkin seeds is that once they are done roasting, I have some melted chocolate that I'm gonna drizzle on top and some powdered sugar to top it all off. All right, so let's pop these bad boys in the oven. Like I said, it's gonna be about 20 minutes. So I'm gonna let them do their thing and time to taste test. That's why I'm here. Okay guys, we are back for our final product. The pumpkin seeds are fresh out the oven. I am so excited to try it all. They look so good. So here are the traditional and the spicy ones. Looking all nice and good and coated. And then here's our sweet treat. I did change the pan that I roasted them in because the round one didn't allow for them to be kind of like spread out as much as I needed them to be. So I went ahead and put them in another rectangle pan. And I have my melted chocolate here that I'm gonna just drizzle on top of this and my powdered sugar. Spooky, are you ready? I'm gonna go ahead and drizzle my sweet with a sweet treat. Okay, so let's start with a traditional garlic, salt, and pepper. There's my childhood. These are good. Not too salty. I love the fact that I was very careful about the salt. I did not want them to be like overpowering salt. I'm definitely gonna be taking those on the go with me. Yeah. Let's try the spicy. Spicy! Okay, I hope I didn't put too much spice on this. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. It's actually not bad. There is a kick, but it's not like overpowering. Like my whole entire mouth doesn't feel like extremely hot. It's like, oh, okay. You know, it's a good balance of the salty and the spicy. It doesn't feel too much of one or the other. I feel like people who enjoy a minimal spicy intake would still enjoy these. You know, that's a good way to kick off the spiciness. And the moment we've all been waiting for. This chocolate goodness right here. Let's just, I feel like I'm gonna just put like a spoonful in my mouth. It feels like how like a funnel cake looks or something. Yo. I did not expect these to be that good. It tastes like I'm eating a Hershey almond bar. The pumpkin is like substituting the nutty flavor of the almonds, but with the sugar and the chocolate, this is good. This might be a new sweet treat that I can like have, you know, when I'm having like a sugar rush day. Pumpkin seeds. I'm glad I did this. I'm gonna try it without the chocolate and the sugar. Yep, still good. It's not as sweet, it's more subtly sweet, and the vanilla extract is just as subtle, but it's still present. So it's like, oh, what is this roasted sweetness I taste in my mouth? I don't regret a bit. I'm so glad they all came out the way they did. I don't regret anything for any of them. If I wanted them to be more sweeter, the only thing I would change about the sweet pumpkin seeds is to make the original flavor a little more sweet based, but they still were very great. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and it has encouraged you to go out and get you a spooky and make you some pumpkin seeds for you and your family and friends. If you do, please make sure you let me know. Send me a DM, send me a message somewhere in my comment section and let me know that you did and how yours came out. And if you have any really cool flavors for your pumpkin seeds, let me know that too. Because here on Everything Courtney, we are down for the challenge. So with this video, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share with your mommy, your daddy, sister, your brother, your enemy. I don't care to share with somebody so someone else sees this video. Thank you again so much for tuning in. There'll be more videos coming out really soon. I love you guys and do not forget, you are everything. Bye. Say bye. Say bye. Bye. Okay. Bye. See you in a second, suckers.